A woman who grew up in Brooklyn Park is working to fight human trafficking right here in the suburbs. We talked to Stephanie Page about the Stories Foundation for today's Newsmakers.
Stories Foundation is a local anti-human trafficking nonprofit, and we help people understand what human trafficking is here in our communities and then engage them to do what they can to decrease human trafficking here. And then also come alongside survivors and those vulnerable to have restorative options for the future.
All right, and we think of sex trafficking as something that happens in big cities or far away, but it happens right here in the northwest suburbs. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, anywhere that there's a computer or there's a strip club or there's a high school or there's a hotel, it's likely that there's human trafficking. And we know that the average age someone is trafficked here in the cities or in the suburbs is 14 years old. And we know that within 48 hours of a youth being homeless, they're solicited to exchange sex for something of value. And that's all happening right here in our communities. We're seeing all the time more and more arrests and stings happening in our suburban hotels and happening in our high schools where people are being exploited because of their vulnerability. So a trafficker would see a vulnerability in somebody, and instead of coming along and covering it with the purpose of a healthy relationship, like we would normally think would happen, they're covering that vulnerability with the purpose of later earning trust and then later exploiting that person. So it's a huge problem here in the suburbs.
How do you guys get involved?
So as an organization, we really want to prevent trafficking by empowering communities and people like you and me to just see the people around us. So what are the vulnerabilities that are around us every single day, and how can we engage? In our American culture, we're more individualistic, which isn't negative, it just is. But as a result of that, it's not normal or natural for us to see outside of our first ring of people that we care for, like our kids or our families. But if we could see the person at Starbucks or the lady that we see at Walmart all the time or wherever we go and engage them to hear their story, we can intervene in being a healthy space for them, and we could stop trafficking. And then on the other hand, we really need to create safe communities for people to go into, for people who don't have community, who don't have support. That's what we're trying to do. We're building a Give Back Cafe in Ramsey. Done awareness work all over the northern suburbs. I'm from Brooklyn Park, so this is my home. And this cafe will be a place where people can get jobs, job training. There's 2 apartments, and also where the community can come in and really understand the issues and the work being done.
You've been working in this field for 10 plus years. Has it been rewarding for you?
Sometimes.
I know it's hard work. It's hard work.
It's been really hard, yeah. It is rewarding because when you start to talk about hard things, people come and share their story, and there's something really beautiful about getting to share story with people. And it's there's healing that happens when we hold story for somebody. We don't necessarily save anybody, but we can create space where they can come in and they can find healing and restoration, and then opportunity. That really, we all deserve opportunity to live a flourishing life. And so it is beautiful and rewarding.
All right. So, where can folks go to find more information?
storiesfoundation.org.
All right, Stephanie Page, Executive Director of Stories Foundation. Thank you very much for being here today. There's a superhero 5K coming up on July 30th in Elm Creek Park in Maple Grove to raise money for the Storyteller Cafe that Stephanie was talking about. You can learn more about the race or how to sign up on the Stories Foundation website.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.